Alright guys, so we're right next to the 51st New York Monument here. The Burnside Bridge is right behind us. We're standing right next to the fence line where the 51st were held up. We talk a lot about Burnside and his inadequacy on the day to kind of push through to Sharpsburg. You know, he had a whole corps going up against two regiments, the 20th Georgia and the 2nd Georgia, that were on the bluffs right over there with RT positions and stuff. The thing about it is this bridge is one company wide, like 5 guys abreast can cross this bridge. So it doesn't matter if you've got a whole corps on this side, you're only going there company by company, right? So, you know, we all kind of take the piss out of Burnside and how difficult it was for him, but it was incredibly difficult for them to get up there and push this position. I mean, even from the camera work, I don't think you get a feeling for how difficult the terrain was to march, you know. Okay, you know, Burnside should have got through and cut the rebels off at Sharpsburg and won the battle of Antietam, and the plan looked good on paper. But you know, when you get down here and you see it, then you have a little bit more sympathy for the guys like Burnside, I'd say. Are super close and they're on the high ground right in front of you. You're crossing this bridge, your guys are getting injured, they're getting killed in front of you, you're having to step over your comrades. Then when you get to the end, there's still Rebs at the top, right? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? People started filtering off to the right, but going straight up like we do in the game, it's absolutely impossible. There's no chance you can do it.
I'll give you all the money in my pocket if you can climb that thing.
You just can't do it. It's just steep as anything.
And wet.
The bank is impossible to get up there.
Hey boys, you still feel like running up that hill?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's about the position of that fence. So that hill, that height, it feels right.
Yeah.
You know, it's high and there's a thing there and there was a fence and you guys kind of hide behind the fence in that little gully.
Yeah, yeah.
So that feels good, and that's about a correct position too. But you can imagine Confederates firing into the Federals as they come, but that's not how it happened in real life.
That's not how it happened, no. You didn't get any rebel troops down here. Everything was way up the top there. You didn't get people standing back here. Because if you know, the Union comes across, where can you go? You can't go back up that way. You could go back up that way, but I mean...
Yeah, so what actually happens, here you go. So what actually ends up happening is the 51st New York and the 51st Pennsylvania over there cross, and they're firing up the hill. Well, the firing starts to slacken from the Confederates up here. Yeah. Because first of all, it's been 3 or 4 hours. They've been fighting non-stop. There's 400 of these guys under Toombs, and they're just holding up. Oh, and by the way, one of those companies, you know who that is, right? One of those regiments, the 20th Georgia, Jumbo's boys, always represent strong on the field. They were right here doing it for Robert E. Lee that day because 400 men held up a corps of the Union Army for over 3 hours. But when they split out, that's when the gunfire ceased, and guess what? That's when the 51st New York got brave. Yeah. They got across that bridge. We know the 51st well, right? Venom and the guys, the Serpents. And they fought right here, and we're in the footsteps of all those great men.